Hi, welcome back to the workshop. Some people know me for making briquettes and others know me for making furniture. And I'm going to start this short series of videos because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be restoring, upcycling, repair. I'm going to be fixing this bench. Let me just show you a couple of things. I'm going to go through this in a minute, so it's about that. But I want to show you things that I've made, and I want you to understand. I mean, 87% of you that watch this video won't have watched one of my videos before. This is all handmade. This is a piece I made for college piece back in 1991. I made this Chippendale table in 1991, and I made this a little bit after that. And this has been my bench for a good while now. And I like this, I like a tail vise, I like this bench, it's very good. And can I turn this into something as good as that? And I think I can. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've been given this. This is beech worktop. It's not your conventional beech worktop made of lots of staves. This is actually pretty big stuff. This is, each plank is plenty thick enough and wide enough to make a good bench out of that. So it needs to be higher, it needs to be wider, it needs a lot. I'll go through that in a sec, but I want to show you I'm capable of doing this. This is my tail vise I made a number of years ago, and I want to make another one because they're handy, they're useful. I love this bench to bits. This one's got a very clever way of being, it's got threaded bars all the way through. That's why it's got caps on the ends there, because you can tighten the frame up with a socket. So that's really good. I want a nice vise, and I've got another one of, what have I got upstairs? I've got one of these upstairs. I've got a 52.5. I've actually got a 52.5 or 53.5D upstairs, which is the one with the dog. So that's going to go on that thing. I'm going to utilise all this wood. I've got this drawer, which if I reconfigure that bench, I'm going to, that's going to be a secret drawer. I've got other drawers from other pieces of furniture that I'm going to put within the structure to make it useful bench with decent storage, but not making all the storage, utilising bits of furniture that somebody's thrown away, but it's got perfectly good drawers. So yeah, it'll have to have a new front on it. I'd have to make some side bits for it, but I can sand all this down, and I can upcycle drawers, upcycle that drawer, recycle this beech worktop. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to make that into a wonderful bench. That, as much as I love this bench, it might knock the socks off that one. And then after that, there is another bench to sort out. But the idea is that that bench can go here. And it means I'll have another bench down here, and I can have 4 benches. And then I've got that bench to sort out. Different purpose, different thing. And then in the next year or two, I've got this lovely piece of elm. Look at this piece of elm. This was a bench, and I've cut it down and I've put it back together. It was all twisted and deformed. It's been through the machines. It's been elm, and that's going to have oak legs and all sorts of lovely, wonderful pieces within that. That is going to be a work of art. This is going to look like one of those Sjöbergs £2,000 jobbies. That's what it's going to be like. So that's going to be great. Yeah, right, let's go through that. And can I just say, oh, looks organised, doesn't it? Look at this. The workshop's a real mess at the moment, real mess. Just want to say, sharing, WhatsApp, liking, subscribing and comments makes such a difference. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. Right, let's carry on. Cheers. Let's get into this bench then. So I've had it a few years, probably 4 or 5 years. It's been in the upstairs in the workshop. It's mainly oak, thin top. It's only about 25mm thick. It's not very good. The reason it's got straps around it is because I couldn't find the bolts that hold it together, so I've just strapped it together. And let's go through it. These vices, well, there is so much play in these vices. There are gaps everywhere. They are just so loose that they're not worth rescuing. So I'll be taking these off. I might be able to use the parts for something. We'll see if we can do something with them in the future. This drawer, I've reassembled the drawer to put it back together to show you what I'm trying to work with. It's got some stops on it, stop it coming apart. It's loose. There's one fixing holding the front on, and if you look at this, you can see it wobbles on that fitting, so that needs stripping down if I use it. I don't know whether I'm going to use it or not, but we'll see. And it's not even flush with the front. Look at that. This vice is just as good as the tail vice on here. It's loose, there's no support. I don't know how they get away with selling these things. Tool well. I do like a tool well. It's too close to the front though. I'd rather the top be bigger, so I'll be looking at moving the tool well further back. I need to add about 4 inches to the depth of this bench. The structure under here is too thin. That needs beefing up. Down there, that needs beefing up. The legs need beefing up. Those are the fixings for holding the whole thing together. And they're okay. I'm not sure I'll keep those. I might beef that up. These holes are so that you can support wood in the vice, and you've got some extra support on that leg. I will be making those legs thicker and that rail longer. So we're looking at widening the distance between the legs and pushing them out further, maybe to 4 or 5 inches from the end of the bench. So probably 8 inches or so further out either side. So that'll be better. What else can I go through? The structure underneath just needs more structure underneath. The top is reasonably flat, but just a hollow there in that part. So I'll look at getting rid of that, and I think I can be crafty fixing through these holes into the new top when I do that. It's reasonably solid, but I want to make it a lot better. And taller. It does need to be taller. I need to gain about 75mm, about 3 inches or so, maybe 4 inches taller, to bring it up to about 930. I think I'm after something like that. So that'll be good. I need it to be the perfect height for me, and I'll be blocking that from the top and the bottom, and then the tail vice. I'm going to cut some of this out so that I can get a nice tail vice in there, and then with that use some bench dogs, which I'll show you later in the video. I'll also show you some, these are going to be beefed up around this side. I've got some vices and things to show you in a minute as well. Wider on the front, deeper, just all together a far more bulky bench than this is, but still with those European bench looks, which I think will be pretty good. I think it'd be a great addition to the workshop. That drawer is going to go under there, other drawers will go in that space, making use of other pieces. Let's see if I can make this work. I've been scrolling. I've found the Sjöbergs vice, and you can buy it separately. I'm just not happy that you're relying so much on a piece of wood as the jaw. And look, it's 344 quid for just the vice. £344. It's just so much. Now let's just scroll down here. It does say down here somewhere, let's go back. Robust durability. The problem is the jaws don't open very wide. They only open about 5 or 6 inches. And it says it's a long-term investment, 10-year warranty. It's made in Sweden. Easily adjustable, but there's no quick release. There is no quick release with this as well. So yeah, it weighs a little bit. Anything else down here? I don't think so. Somebody said, why is it so expensive? And they say, expensive is subjective. In my opinion, that's poppycock. It's overpriced and it doesn't perform. It's not worth it. Let me show you another vice. So on Workshop Heaven, they're selling this vise, York woodworking vise, £170. It opens nearly 3 times the depth of that other vise. So this is well worth it. It opens to nearly 15.5 inches. It's 10 inches wide. It's super strong. They are brilliant. As I say, this is a new one. I've got an old one, which I've got to restore to put on this bench. And there are some other vices, just a bit smaller and cheaper. Let's look at the Sjöbergs bench that I'm going to make. It looks similar to it. Won't be exactly the same. This is the price. Yeah, 2,700. And yeah, it's got a thick top. It's got 110mm apron. Yeah, pause this if you want to read through this. Just pause it. But the vise, it says there, has a capacity of 5 3/4. That's pathetic. That's terrible. So now look at some more details down here. The length of the worktop, I'll be shorter than that. I want to be shorter than that. Thickness of worktop 85mm. I'll be a bit thinner than that, but not bad, not much. 900mm height. I'm going to be a bit taller than that, and the weight will probably be similar. Onto the tail vise. I bought one of these years and years ago. Probably only paid £30 for it. So now they're much more expensive. And here are the details, and this, I will build the vise around this screw. They are very good. It's what's on the bench I've already shown you. They are great. Again, something I bought years ago, the Veritas round bench dogs. I've got a pair of these. I've never drilled the holes in the bench. They're now 27 quid. I think I paid about £18 for them 25 years ago or something. Never used them. So I want to get the tail vise. I want to use these, get them all in there. The details are there, solid brass, 19mm bore, which is what I want. I want that 19mm bore, and all the holes in the top will be 19mm. You can get the Sjöbergs ones as well, so that's not a bad offer, really, £30 for 4 of them. So I might look at that later. And I've found the bench. They still make them. I don't think it's the same wood. I don't think it's oak like this, like the one I've got, but this is how it would have looked, and this is the price currently. You can buy these new still, which is pretty good, but it's not much of a bench. Be careful. So there you go, plenty to get on with. I'll make a playlist called Recycled Bench. I'll make a playlist and I'll put that in, and when I do some clips of that, short videos, whatever, I'll add to them. So it might be over in a few episodes, but it's real stuff. I don't do one video, 25-minute video of the work I've done in the last 6 months, or I've built a car in 10 years and here's a video of it. I'm not doing that. Anyhow, please share, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, all the rest. It makes all the difference. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Cheers. See you next time. Bye.